Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's May 24th. We got our freeze dryer going through the cool down cycle. And we're over here getting ready to do some herbs. We've already got our marjoram clean. She's washing the thyme, making sure we've got good thyme. Always good thyme. And we got our marjoram in here. It's piled up on the trays. Hopefully we can fit that thyme in these 3 trays. And then I think maybe we'll do some oregano too. Get these herbs freeze dried and processed up. Should be the only time this year we do it. We have done the marjoram, I think, twice, and this will be the last batch we do this year. And this will be the only batch of thyme. We should have plenty with this. But when we do this, we do it with the stems on. And then once this freeze dries, it's easy to take the leaves off, get the tough stems out. We'll go through that process. Same thing with the thyme. It'd be hard stripping all the leaves and going through that process before it's dried. But anyway, we're going to get the rest of these filled. Okay, we have it loaded. And for all of you that have the Harvest Right and you have the new large with the 6 trays, I'm going to say there's definitely an advantage to the earlier one that's just got the 5 trays, because especially with herb, they don't want to lay down flat. You'd have to do a lot of cutting and stuff. Then it makes it harder taking the stems out and things like that. So if you come across one of these 5 tray older ones, know that there is an advantage to them when you're doing more things like herbs. Now we're just going to start this thing, and we're going to let it dry. Now when you're doing herbs, you want to do them at a lower temperature. Don't do them up to the regular 125. I like to go down to 110. That way I don't cook as many of the oils out with that higher heat temperature. It does take a little bit longer, but you'll end up with a better product. So I'm going to go ahead and start this, and we're going to get this thing to going. All right, now time to get some oregano harvested. This stuff goes crazy. We mowed this down at the beginning of the season. You can look at videos back there, but what we're going to do, we're going to get about a bushel of this. We can fit that in the freeze dryer. Of course, we're not going to pack it real tight, but we're going to finish harvesting this and get it cleaned up. Same process with the oregano. We'll start cleaning it in small batches. You don't want too much to go in the sink there. And while we was out there, of course, we got some green onions. They're starting to bulb up, so we got quite a bit of onion on the bottom. Okay, we're going to go through this for those of you that's kind of new to your freeze dryer. Now, whenever you're going to do herbs, like I say, you go into custom. You've got a setting here of what your tray temperature is. We're going to bring this down to 110, and then we'll save that. Okay, and then just hit start. We'll let it start cooling it. It's 15-minute cool down cycle. Okay, the oregano's in too. Says our temperature in the room is a little bit high, which it'll go out in a minute. I just turned on this fan. I run this fan to blow air close to where the intake is on this side, and keep it cooled down. Make sure I put my AC on hold so it stays at 78 degrees, and like I say, it'll go off in a minute. One thing too, when you're freeze drying, always make sure that your pump oil level is where it needs to be before you start. Of course, it's going to take a little bit to bring this temperature down, and then once it does, it'll start the vacuum pump. And anyway, we'll let it go. Okay, the thyme is done. Now I de-stemmed it. I get most of the big stems out. Just leaves. Of course, we got a lot of stems down there, but now what we're going to do is we're going to use our food processor. This one here, one we cut up all our herbs in. We'll use it, and if it's not powdered like we want it, then we'll take and put it. We use a coffee grinder to powder it up more. But most of these stems are all small. We've got mostly leaves. That's the way I like to do it. You might comment if you do it differently. There's not a right or wrong way, I say, as far as people's done it different throughout history, but this is the way we always do it. We're making a mess. A few of the things bounces around. But anyway, we got this pretty much done up. I'm videoing this one-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the processor. All right, we got it in there, and it's really full. Whenever you're going to do this in the processor, if you're using a big one, you need a lot in there, enough that blade can really cut it, and you got enough friction on the side so it just doesn't spin in a circle, so it'll chop it up good. So I'm going to chop this up, and then we'll... Okay, we've got it chopped up, and this is fine enough for her, and if it's fine enough for her, it's fine enough for me. So we're going to go ahead and bottle this up and move on to the next herb. Okay, we got our thyme. We actually ended up with about a pint, which is quite a bit of thyme. We could have harvested more, but this is way more than we're going to need for a year or so, a few years probably. There is an oxygen absorber in there. We still have time from harvesting last year. Now we've got our marjoram or marjoram, whichever you want to call it. This is part of it. She's finishing up the last, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in the food processor. It's going to take a little bit to get it chopped up, but we'll get this done. Okay, we're to oregano now. We got some marjoram here. It needs labeled and dated, but we've got quite a bit of it. It was just 2 trays, but that's plenty enough for anything. But we've got these other trays. Of course, we still got to mess with all our thyme leaves in the sink, but if you just kind of massage these, that'll get most of the leaves loose, and then take the stems out. Now, I don't know that you have to take the stems out. That's the way I always do it. Now, I do want to say that if you're going to grow oregano, grow true Greek oregano, because it has a lot stronger flavor to it. It's not, we've grown other varieties, and it just isn't very strong. And if you're going to have a herb, you want one that's going to have the flavor, and the true Greek is a really good one to grow. But I'm going to get all these separated, get them in the processor, and see what we come out with, because this was a full load in our large machine. Okay, we ended up with almost 2 pints of oregano, which is quite a bit. But what I want to stress is, well, let me say a little secret here too. You need enough herb in your food processor if you're going to chop this up, like I say, so it does some drag on it. If you have a smaller processor, but you have a lot more than the capacity, but not enough to fill it up good the next time, after you process your first batch, bottle up a little bit or package it up and leave a good amount in there so you can finish it and have a good amount to process your second batch. That way it'll chop it up good, get it the size you want. That's really important. Now I do put oxygen absorbers in here, and also I use one of these mason jar vacuum sealers uh, to seal it up. But if you're wondering why go through the trouble to grow your own herb, it's easy enough. When you look at oregano in the store, it's not nice and green like this. It's kind of grayish looking. With the same thing with all the herbs, they're kind of grayish looking. When you process them yourself, they're fresh. I mean, I picked them that same day. I washed them and put them in the uh, freeze dryer and dried them. Now, if you are using the dehydrator, they might be a little darker, uh, but they're not going to be that same color as when you get them in the store because you're doing them fresh, and it does make a difference. The flavor is better, and of course, the aroma is fantastic when you're processing these up. You get that nice, strong uh, flavor from all of them. But marjoram, that's a spice you don't see much in the store anymore. Most of them don't carry it. We have kind of a problem finding a little bottle. And then you pay $5 for a little 4 ounce, well, not even 4 ounce bottle. Uh, so when you start talking about cost, and it is some labor involved, but it's a lot better to spend that time processing good quality herbs than parking your butt in the recliner and sitting around all day. Just stay active, enjoy uh, growing these things, enjoy the satisfaction once you get them packaged. And of course, we did make a little mess, and we'll clean this up. I know I had one commenter one time talking about how nasty the area was and acted like I was processing uh, food to sell, telling me I needed to wear gloves and stuff. And I just simply commented, I didn't know anybody that wore latex gloves when they were preparing their own food. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit more knowledge on uh, how to process these and freeze dry them especially. And as always, give it a big thumbs up. Take that time. I take the time to make these videos, and I appreciate when you hit that like button. It doesn't take much effort. And enjoy that gardening experience.